It's a day of burning. Hey, that's a dirty truck.
Imagine a cold, snowy December evening in Denver in 1960. Children tug on their mittens, breath puffing in the air. Parents bundle up. Inside, under one enormous roof, families would bowl strikes, race slot cars in the basement, swim laps in an Olympic-sized pool, ride bumper cars and sip beer in an English pub. Mickey Mouse might even be there. It's not Disneyland, but Walt Disney wanted it to feel something like that. This is the story of the Celebrity Sports Center, a grand gamble in family entertainment far from Anaheim, a place where magic collided with engineering, celebrity glamour, and ultimately the hard lessons of running a dream too big to survive.
If you like your fun fast, if you like your fun wet, if you like your fun wild, you're gonna love Celebrity Sports Center. The fun is awesome. Celebrity Sports Center, where the fun never sets.
By the late 1950s, Disneyland was thriving. In 1959 alone, it added 3 massive attractions: the monorail, the submarine voyage, and the Matterhorn bobsleds. Meanwhile, the Disneyland TV show dominated primetime ratings. Walt Disney's brand was everywhere. At the same time, a surprising sport had become America's biggest craze: 10-pin bowling. Fueled by the invention of the automatic pin setter, bowling exploded into a multi-million-dollar industry. Americans were ready to spend their leisure time in fun, safe, family-friendly spaces, and Disney was ready to further capitalize on this trend. That same year, Walt and his brother Roy Disney began working on plans for an indoor entertainment complex that could bring the Disney standard to a cold-weather city. This wasn't just about extending the brand. It was about experimenting with a scalable version of Disneyland that could thrive in the winter. The idea, according to Walt Disney's daughter, Diane Disney Miller, actually came from Walt's lawyer, Lloyd Wright Sr. Denver was chosen for its growing population, central location, and most importantly, its cold winters. It was a city where indoor entertainment had the potential to flourish year-round. In May 1959, a new company backed by Walt, Roy, and a handful of celebrity investors signed a lease on a 7-acre plot of land in Glendale just outside of Denver. The architectural design was handled by the California firm Powers, Daly and DeRosa, known for their elaborate and futuristic style. The concept quickly evolved from a bowling alley to a full-blown indoor amusement center. On December 7, 1959, Walt Disney himself flew to Denver to attend the groundbreaking ceremony. The event, held at the historic Browns Palace Hotel, included a press conference with Colorado Governor Stephen McNichols. With construction officially underway, Walt had committed his name and resources to a bold new frontier in family entertainment. When Celebrity Sports Center began opening its attractions in phases starting in 1960, it was unlike anything Denver or the nation had seen. The center boasted 80 fully automated bowling lanes, furnished by American Machine and Foundry, the industry leader that had helped ignite the bowling craze across the country. An Olympic-sized swimming pool measuring over 164 feet long and holding nearly 500,000 gallons of water, making it the largest indoor pool in Colorado at the time. A massive slot car racing track in the basement, which became a favorite for both kids and hobbyists. There was also a coffee shop, an English pub, an 8-table pool room, a large nursery, a barber shop, and a beauty salon and an ice cream parlor. For fine dining, the center offered the Celebrity Room and Lounge, which was a dark-paneled dining room plating up high-end meals including steak and lobster. The restaurant was capable of seating 254 diners and featured stylish design aesthetics including indoor rock and moss landscape walls and a circular fireplace with flames flickering over a bed of sand. Guests could spend an entire day inside the center. Children were dropped off to swimming lessons or bowling leagues, while adults relaxed in lounges and restaurants. Even Mickey Mouse, Goofy, and other Disney characters made appearances for photo opportunities. It was a destination that attracted everyone, from families to teenagers on first dates. The original investors weren't just business people, they were entertainers. Jack Benny, Bing Crosby, George Burns, Grace Allen, Art Linkletter, Burl Ives, and others put their money and star power behind the venture. Their involvement gave the project a unique blend of Hollywood glamour and hometown appeal. But over time, the novelty wore off, and returns weren't as strong as hoped. By the end of 1962, Walt and Roy had bought out the other investors, taking full control of the operation. Under their ownership, Disney's famously high standards were implemented. Employees were given strict appearance guidelines. Men had to maintain short, well-groomed hair and polished shoes. Women were not permitted to wear excessive jewelry or perfume. A handbook outlined these rules, and new hires were shown training videos narrated by Walt Disney himself. Just like at Disneyland, guests were to be treated as VIPs. In many ways, the center functioned as a real-world training ground for Disneyland and later Walt Disney World staff. Employees were immersed in Disney's culture of service, cleanliness, and hospitality. The Celebrity Sports Center became a proving ground for young workers with dreams of moving up in the Disney organization. Disney experimented with various restaurants over the years, including in September 1962 the opening of Stouffer's at Top of the Rockies. Walt returned for the event, joined by beloved Disney stars Hayley Mills and Annette Funicello, along with Pluto and Mickey Mouse. Vernon Stouffer himself was also on hand. Stouffer was a famous American entrepreneur who operated a group of restaurants but became most famous as a pioneer of the frozen food and microwavable foods industry. It was a major media event meant to re-energize the facility and expand its appeal. But behind the scenes, the management was struggling. Operating such a large, diverse entertainment complex was more challenging than expected. Costs were high and profits were inconsistent. While the center was always popular, it was never the financial juggernaut that Walt Disney had hoped it would become. By the mid-1970s, several years after Walt sadly passed away in 1966, the Disney family had shifted focus towards Walt Disney World in Florida and future global projects. In 1979, Disney sold the Celebrity Sports Center to a private investment group led by Bob Leavitt and the Writer brothers. The new owners made several changes, the most notable being the addition of towering outdoor water slides, including rides nicknamed the Shark, the Barracuda, and the Dolphin. These colourful water slides became a visual landmark and helped attract a new generation of thrill seekers. Yet the underlying problems persisted. The aging building required constant upkeep. Safety standards became stricter and entertainment preferences were shifting. More families were drawn to suburban malls, home video games, and cable television. What had once been a marvel of mid-century innovation now seemed dated. By the early 1990s, security and maintenance concerns added to this pressure. Reports of rowdy behaviour in the parking lot, aging equipment, and shrinking revenue made it clear that the magic was fading. In June 1994, after 34 years of operation, the Celebrity Sports Center closed its doors for good. Demolition crews arrived in 1995, and in its place rose a modern retail complex. Though it's long gone, the Celebrity Sports Center lives on in the memories of thousands of Denver residents who grew up swimming in its pool, bowling with friends, playing arcade games, or even meeting Mickey Mouse. Even today though, salvaged pieces of the center live on. Some of the original bowling lanes were repurposed as flooring in Denver's Oxford Hotel. The story of the Celebrity Sports Center is both inspiring and cautionary. It's a story about ambition. Walt Disney's desire to expand the reach of family fun beyond California. It's a story about innovation, blending entertainment formats, pioneering customer service, and experimenting with brand identity in a new space. In many ways, it's quite a similar tale to the much later Disney Quest. And similarly, it's a story about impermanence. How even great ideas have life cycles, and how cultural taste, economics, and real estate development can transform dreams into memories. The center may not have been a commercial triumph, but it was a social and cultural success. For Denver, it was a palace of joy, tucked away from the snow where generations of families made lasting memories. For Disney, it was a laboratory, an ambitious prototype that influenced how people would experience magic and play for decades to come. In the end, Celebrity Sports Center wasn't Disneyland, but for those who walked through its doors, it didn't have to be. It was something uniquely special, once in a lifetime and unforgettable.
Hey kids, Saturday, September 30th is TV20 Day at Denver's favorite place for fun, Celebrity Sports Center. Come on down and meet Twenver. Check out the exciting games and rides in Celebrity's brand new Kids Corner. Just 20 cents will get you an ice-cold Pepsi and hot popcorn. There's 2-for-1 admission to the pool and water slide rides, 2-for-1 video game tokens, free skee-ball games, prizes to win, and lots more. Saturday, September 30th, TV20 Day at Celebrity Sports Center.
Thank you so much for watching. If by any chance you have any memories of this place, please leave them in the comments. But if not, and like me, you're just absolutely obsessed with this weird little story, please just let me know any of your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos and the links in the description.